Lady White and Lady Yellow, A Legend of Japan, by Frederick Hadland Davis. Read for LibriVox.org by phone. The 16-petal chrysanthemum is one of the crests of the imperial family. Long ago there grew in a meadow a white and a yellow chrysanthemum side by side. One day an old gardener chanced to come across them, and he took a great fancy to Lady Yellow. He told her that if she would come along with him he would make her far more attractive, that he would give her delicate food and fine clothes to wear. Lady Yellow was so charmed with what the old man said that she forgot all about the white sister and consented to be lifted up, carried in the arms of the old gardener, and to be placed in his garden. When Lady Yellow and her master had departed, Lady White wept bitterly. Her own simple beauty had been despised, but what was far worse, she was forced to remain in the meadow alone, without the companionship of her sister, to whom she had been devoted. Day by day Lady Yellow grew more fair in her master's garden. No one would have recognized the common flower of the field, but though her petals were long and curled and her leaves so clean and well cared for, she sometimes thought of Lady White alone in the field, and wondered how she managed to make the long and lonely hours pass by. One day a village chief came to the old man's garden in quest of a perfect chrysanthemum that he might take to his lord for a crest design. He informed the old man that he did not want a fine chrysanthemum with long petals. What he wanted was a simple white chrysanthemum with 16 petals. The old man took the village chief to see Lady Yellow, but this flower did not please him, and, thanking the gardener, he took his departure. On his way home he happened to enter a field when he saw Lady White weeping. She told him the sad story of her loneliness, and when she had finished her tale of woe, the village chief informed her that he had seen Lady Yellow and did not consider her half so beautiful as her own white self. At these cheery words Lady White dried her eyes and she nearly jumped off her little feet when this kind man told her that he wanted her for his lord's crest. In another happy moment the happy Lady White was being carried in a palanquin. When she reached the daimyo's palace all warmly praised her perfection of form. Great artists came from far and near, set about her and sketched the flower with wonderful skill. She soon saw her pretty white face on all the daimyo's most precious belongings. She saw it on his armor and lacquer boxes, on his quilts and cushions and robes. She was painted floating down a stream and in all manner of quaint and beautiful ways. Everyone acknowledged that the white chrysanthemum with her 16 petals made the most wonderful crest in all Japan. While Lady White's happy face lived forever designed upon the daimyo's possessions, Lady Yellow met with a sad fate. She had bloomed for herself alone and had drunk in the visitor's praise as eagerly as she did the dew upon her finely curled petals. One day, however, she felt a stiffness in her limbs and a cessation of the exuberance of life. Her once proud head fell forward, and when the old man found her, he pulled her up and tossed her upon a rubbish heap. End of Lady White and Lady Yellow. This recording is in the public domain.